Hi, Room 10 kiddos. We are on chapter 20 of Because of Winn Dixie by Kate DeCamilla. And we just finished reading chapter 19. Does anybody remember what happened in chapter 19? Yes, Opal went to work and she works at Gertrude's at the pet store. And she had a litmus lozenge for her friends. She gave one to Otis and he tasted the sadness, and she gave one to Sweetie Pie. Did Sweetie Pie like it? Sweetie Pie, spit it out. Sweetie Pie did not like it. But we found out why Otis went to jail. Did he do something terrible? No. He was playing his music on the street, and he didn't understand that he couldn't do that. And so he ended up going to jail. But Gertrude hired him at the pet store and said, you can play to the animals anytime you want. So he's still able to play his music just at the pet store now. So he's not playing it on the street. So now we're on chapter 20. When I told Gloria Dump about Otis and how he got arrested, she laughed so hard she had to grab a hold of her false teeth so they wouldn't fall out of her mouth. "Oh, wee," she said when she was finally done laughing. "That sure is some dangerous criminal." "He's a lonely man," I told her. "He just wants to play his music for somebody." Gloria wiped her eyes with the hem of her dress. "I know it, Sugar," she said. "But sometimes things are so sad, they just get to be funny." "You know what else?" I said, still thinking about sad things. "The girl I told you about, the pinch-faced one, Amanda. Well, her brother drowned last year. He was only 5 years old, the same age as Sweetie Pie Thomas." Gloria stopped smiling. She nodded her head. "I remember hearing about that," she said. "I remember hearing about a little boy drowned." "That's why Amanda is so pinch-faced," I said. "She misses her brother." "Most likely," Gloria agreed. "Do you think everybody misses somebody like I miss my mama?" Said Gloria. She closed her eyes. "I believe sometimes the whole world has an aching heart." I couldn't stand to think about sad things that couldn't be helped anymore, so I said, "Do you want to hear some more Gone with the Wind?" "Yes, indeed," Gloria said. "I've been looking forward to it all day. Let's see what Miss Scarlet is up to now." I opened up Gone with the Wind and I started to read, but the whole time I was thinking about Otis, worrying about him not being allowed to play his guitar for people. In the book, Scarlet was looking forward to going to a big barbecue where there was going to be music and food. That's how I got the idea. "That's what we need to do," I said, and I slammed the book shut. Winn Dixie's head shot up from underneath Gloria's chair. He looked all around nervous-like. "Huh?" said Gloria Dump. "Have a party," I told her. "We need to have a party and invite Miss Franny Block and the preacher and Otis can play his guitar for everybody. Sweetie Pie can come too. She listens to his music good." "We who?" Gloria asked. "We. Me and you. We can make some food and have the party right here in your yard." Said Gloria Dump. "We can make peanut butter sandwiches and cut them up in triangles to make them look fancy." "Lord," said Gloria Dump, "I don't know if the whole world likes peanut butter as much as you and me and this dog." "Well, okay then. We could make egg salad sandwiches. Adults like those." "You know how to make egg salad?" "No, ma'am," I said. "I don't have a mama around to teach me things like that, but I bet you know. I bet you could teach me. Please?" "Maybe," said Gloria Dump. She put her hand on Winn Dixie's head. She smiled at me. I knew she was telling me yes. "Thank you," I said. I went over and I hugged her. I squeezed her hard. When Dixie wagged his tail and tried to get in between the two of us, he couldn't stand being left out of anything. "It's going to be the best party ever," I told Gloria. "You got to make me one promise, though," Gloria said. "All right," I told her. "You've got to invite them Dewberry boys. Dunlap and Stevie. Ain't gonna be no party unless you invite them." "I have to?" Yes, said Gloria Dump. You promised me. I promise, I said. I didn't like the idea, but I promised. I started inviting people right away. I asked the preacher first. Daddy, I said. Opal, the preacher said back. Daddy, me and Winn Dixie and Gloria Dump are having a party. Well, said the preacher, that's nice. You have a good time. Daddy, I said, I'm telling you because you're invited. Oh, said the preacher, and he rubbed his nose. I see. Can you come? I asked him. He sighed. I don't see why not, he said. Miss Freddy Block took to the idea right away. A party, she said, and she clapped her hands together. Yes, ma'am, I told her. It'll be the kind like the barbecue at 12 Oaks and Gone with the Wind, only it's not going to be as many people, and we're going to serve egg salad sandwiches instead of barbecue. That sounds lovely, Miss Franny said, and then she pointed at the back of the library and whispered, maybe you should ask Amanda, too. She probably won't want to come, I said. She doesn't like me very much. Well, ask her, and then see what she says, Miss Franny whispered. So I walked to the back of the library, and I asked Amanda Wilkinson, in my best manners voice, to please come to my party. She looked around, all nervous and stuff. A party? She said. Yes, I said. I sure would like it if you could come. She stared at me with her mouth open. Okay, she said after a minute. I mean, yes. Thank you. I'd love to. And just like I promised Gloria, I asked the Dewberry boys. I ain't going to no party at a witch's house, Stevie said. Dunlop knocked Stevie with his elbow. We'll come, he said. We will not, said Stevie. That witch might cook us up in her big old witch's pot. I don't care if you come or not, I told him. I'm just asking because I promised I would. We'll be there, said Dunlap, and he nodded at me and smiled. Sweetie Pie was very excited when I invited her. What's the theme? She asked. Well, there isn't one, I said. You got to think of a theme, she told me. She stuck her knuckle in her mouth, and then she pulled it back out. It ain't a party without a theme. Is this dog coming? She asked. She wrapped her arms around Winn Dixie and squeezed him so hard that his eyes almost popped out of his head. Yes, I told her. Good, she said. You can make that the theme. It could be a dog party. I'll think about it, I told her. The last person I asked was Otis. I told him all about the party and that he was invited, and he said, no, thank you. Why not? I asked. I don't like parties, said Otis. That dog thinks we're making these sandwiches for him. Please, I begged. It won't be a party unless you come. I'll give you a whole free week of sweeping and arranging and dusting if you come to the party. That's what I'll do. A whole week for free? Otis said, looking up at me. Yes, sir, I told him. But I don't have to talk to people, right? No, sir, I said, you don't. But bring your guitar. Maybe you could play us some music. Maybe, said Otis. He looked down at his boots again real quick, trying to hide his smile. Thank you, I told him. Thank you for deciding to come. Okay, I like this chapter. So what happens in chapter 20? Opal goes and visits Miss Gloria Dump, and she's reading about a big barbecue in the book Gone with the Wind. And then she decides she wants to do what? She wants to have a party, right? And who does Miss Gloria Dump say she has to invite? That's right, Stevie and Dunlap, the boys that she doesn't get along with too well. But she goes and invites them anyway. And who else does she invite? She invites the preacher. We said Stevie and Dunlap. She invites Miss Franny. Miss Franny says she should invite Amanda, Miss Pinchface Amanda Wilkinson. So she goes and asks Amanda. And is Amanda coming? Amanda's happy to come. And then she goes and asks, not just Amanda, she has Sweetie Pie. And then she asks Otis. Does Otis want to come at first? Otis is very shy. He doesn't want to talk to people. But she says she'll work for free if Otis will come. But she asked one more thing, that he bring what? That he bring his guitar. Is Otis excited about coming now? Are they going to have barbecue at this party? No. What's Miss Gloria and Opal going to make? One of my favorite things. Egg salad sandwiches. So we have all kind of people coming. So that's exciting. So they're planning a party now. Let's see what happens in chapter 21. Bye, guys.